Oh, Nelly. Bitcoin on the verge of a free fall. On my chart, this 41,000 horizontal support line is about the last thing that's stopping Bitcoin from perhaps a fall down to 30,000. Now, I was expecting somewhat of a pump and then a dump and kind of staying in this ballpark until a week or two and then decide if it's going to pump or dump from there. The selling pressure is testing the will of the bulls for sure. Right now, it's smack dab at 41,000, right on that line. See, see how the red dotted line looks pink because it's on top of the white line? It's right there. It wicked down to that channel again, so it's kind of at a crossroads right now, 41,000, and it keeps wicking down to 40,500. And this descending channel, it's riding it down. But this horizontal support on my chart at 41,000 is a meaningful little place. I was going to say if it closes a daily candle, but it did close a daily candle back here on September 21st. It closed a daily candle at 40,600. It actually wicked all the way down to 39,500. It recovered, and the next day it got back up and reclaimed 41,000 for support. So that could happen. If this candle closes here in a couple hours below 41,000, it's not written in stone. There's going to free fall. If it were to close this daily candle below 41,000 right now, I would watch the next daily candle extremely closely to see what it does, see if it can reclaim that as support. Bitcoin price for the bulls, you do not want to see 41,000 flip from support to resistance. As you can see, it's kind of the line drawn in the sand here. Blasted through it here. Came back down through it here. Came up to retest it multiple times through here. Managed to break it here. Fell below it. Came back up. Must have busted through it. This whole week long here, testing it over and over and over. Here, that major crash, December 4th here. So you can clearly see this is a pivotal moment in the short to medium term of Bitcoin, in my opinion. If it were to break down, where might it bounce? So 39,500, September 21st, it actually managed to reclaim 41,000 for support. This was basically the ETF hype started here. And I think Jerome Powell said something here around end of September 28th or so. I think Jerome Powell said something positive and it put Bitcoin on a short little pump. And then here at the start of October at 48,000, the Bitcoin ETF nonsense hype started. It's not even it wasn't even a Bitcoin ETF. It was a Bitcoin futures ETF based in US dollars. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin. It's actually negative for Bitcoin, in my opinion. Right here, you can see at about 38,000. Boom, draw a white line, a little bit of support there. And this is just based on the past. If you look back to the left, I'd put one right about here at, let's just say 35,000. And those aren't going to be real strong support, but you can see there's interaction there. It's been resistance, support here, first week of August. And then here in the 35,000 ballpark, there's multiple times where it was resistance, multiple times through here where it's clearly support. See how this is working? Right here, 35,000 was support for the close. The candle closes, not the wicks, right? And then clearly resistance here through June, end of July. If it breaks below 41,000, this 38 and 35 could just be like it's not even there. Right now at this point, I'm watching to see if we're going to come back down and go ahead and test this pink line at 29,500, just say 30,000. It could be a wick down to 28,000. The previous wicks went down to 28.8, 29.1. We haven't closed a daily candle below the pink line in the history of this chart. In the B Word conference, it looked like it was going to nosedive down to like 20. Looks like the daily candle actually closed at like 29,700. This pink line is at 29,682. It's not exact, right? I've been saying 29.5, 30,000, right? You can call it 30,000. There it is. If this free falls, man, it could get nasty. Last few videos, last few days, I've been calling for a pump, probably at least a 10% pump up here at about 45, and then kind of this action, and then it gets here, later in the month, and then decide if it's going to come down to the pink line. Well, that's not a good line. Here, like this, or if it's going to come up here like this. Anyways, if you watch my videos, you know what I'm talking about. If it goes down here and bottoms out around this pink line, watch for this in February, right? That's just speculation for now. So if you zoom out, I don't want to make this video too long, but if you zoom out, you can clearly see those charts you see of the market psychology, right? Big, long, parabolic push, a big hype pump, right? Come back down, dead cat bounce. In this case, it went up higher, set a new all-time high, and here it is, right? And here's where we're at right now, right? Anxiety. This is actually anxiety. This is the bottom, right? 41,000 is the bottom of the anxiety level, right? This is anxiety in the Bitcoin, in this Bitcoin halving cycle pump. This is 41,000 is max anxiety. And what's it gonna do? Just to be warned, it could free fall. But lots of people scare you on YouTube, and they want views, and I want views too, but I don't want to scare you. And if you bought up here high, and you're still sitting at 41,000, this is just my opinion. I probably would just go ahead and hold, just ride it out, barring a black swan or an asteroid impact on Earth, right? Something like that. Bitcoin's going to recover, right? And in 2 years or so, it's probably way up here at 100,000, 150,000, right? That's just speculation. But with that being said, panic selling can be the absolute worst decision the public can make. But with that being said, if a solar flare hits us and knocks out our electronics, Bitcoin's down here at 1,000. So, right. But in a real, in today's all things considered today, Bitcoin's probably not going to spend any time below 30,000, with the exception of a wick. And if it does come down here, this is probably where I'll take any available money I have, anything disposable money, and I'll probably get back in here, because this is probably going to be a pumperoo, right? And maybe it's only a small pumperoo, and we're in a platypus market, right? Or maybe there's a third pump, right? And we make a giant left shoulder head, right shoulder, right? And in the 6th, 7th, 8th month into 2022, we could be back up here at 60,000, right? That's not impossible. We'll just see how it goes, but I wouldn't panic. One thing you want to do for sure is actually watch the videos on YouTube if you're new to this area. If you see titles on YouTube, those are made to get views. We all are these content creators, myself included. We need to compete with each other to get views on YouTube. So watch the entire video and see exactly what they're saying, because sometimes the titles can be misleading. Like this title of mine is probably going to say, Bitcoin, is it going to 30,000? Or something like that, right? But watch the video and see what I'm really saying. Don't make snap decisions. And welcome to cryptocurrency. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. Later. Thanks for watching.